your sole purpose in this army?
To do whatever you tell me, drill sergeant.
God damn it, Gump! You're a goddamn genius. That's the most outstanding answer I've ever heard. You must have a goddamn IQ of 160. You are goddamn gifted, Private Gump.
Welcome to Big Facts. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 greatest movies of all time. Let's begin. Number 10. Forrest Gump, 1994, 8.8 Internet Movie Database. Tom Hanks created perhaps his most iconic film character of all time, with the titular character in Forrest Gump. The film follows the many misadventures of a simple yet kind man as he inadvertently inserts himself into many of the biggest moments in American history. Hanks gives a wonderful performance, infusing this character with enough charm and heart to save him from seeming cartoonish. It is a funny, touching, and entertaining film that remains a crowd-pleasing adventure all these years later. The Lord of the Rings. The Fellowship of the Rings, 2001, 8.8 IMDb. Peter Jackson's hugely popular fantasy trilogy kicked off with The Fellowship of the Rings. J.R.R. Tolkien's books were brought to life as fans were transported to Middle-earth, where Frodo Baggins and the brave heroes of the Fellowship set out to destroy the powerful One Ring before Sauron can use it for evil. The film wonderfully introduces this beautiful world and its characters. The simple yet thrilling quest is filled with fun, terror, and action. It's not hard to see why fans were immediately drawn to this franchise. Pulp Fiction, 1994, 8.9 IMDb. Quentin Tarantino is one of the most popular filmmakers of all time. His unique voice, extensive film knowledge, and penchant for mixing hilarious comedy with brutal violence helped to inspire a generation of filmmakers. Pulp Fiction is regarded by many as his masterpiece, and it's hard to argue with that. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, 2003, 9.0 IMDb. Few people thought adapting J.R.R. Tolkien's epic Lord of the Rings series for the big screen would be possible, but Peter Jackson proved them all wrong. With The Return of the King, Jackson managed to conclude one of the greatest film trilogies of all time in a truly satisfying way. The film brings the quest to destroy the One Ring to a big end. While the film gets ridiculed for dragging out its finale, Jackson and his team did a beautiful job bringing it all to a close in this emotional spectacle that features some truly amazing battle sequences. Schindler's List, 1993, 9.0 IMDb. Steven Spielberg is known for creating a number of the best movies of all time. However, it is his most difficult movie to watch which ranks the highest, which is appropriate as it is one of his finest jobs as a director. Schindler's List is a harrowing story of the real-life tale of Oskar Schindler and his attempts to save Jewish citizens during the Nazi rule in Germany. While Schindler may be an inspiring hero, the film is most effective as a horrific depiction of the Holocaust. Shot in haunting black and white, Spielberg created a film that will last in the minds of viewers for years to come. Number 5. 12 Angry Men, 1957, 9.0 IMDb. Sidney Lumet's 12 Angry Men is a smaller-scale movie, however, that does nothing to lessen its impact. The film is set almost entirely inside a juror's room as the 12 men debate a murder case they have just overseen. With one voice insisting the accused is innocent, the film details the life-or-death debate which ensues. While the setting might seem dull, it only helps to give the movie a sense of intensity. The filmmaking brilliantly makes the room seem more and more confined as the debate rages on. The claustrophobic feel adds to the atmosphere of it all. It's stunning proof that small-scale films can pack a big punch. Number 4. The Godfather, Part 2, 1974, 9.0 IMDb. It probably seemed like a preposterous idea at the time for Francis Ford Coppola to make a follow-up to his widely acclaimed crime saga, but The Godfather, Part 2 proved it was a very good idea. Without Marlon Brando returning for his iconic role, the film tells the story of young Vito Corleone, played by Robert De Niro, who makes the role his own. Along with those amazing flashback scenes, the sequel follows Michael's further descent into the world of crime and his complicated relationship with his brother Frito. A brilliant continuation and a masterpiece in its own right. Number 3. The Dark Knight, 2008, 9.0 IMDb. The superhero genre might not get a lot of respect from most cinephiles, but Christopher Nolan's second Batman film proved they can deliver smart, epic, and thrilling movies. The Dark Knight details Batman's desperate attempt to stop Joker from destroying Gotham as he searches for someone to take up the role of the city's protector. The film feels like a crime epic, with that darker take on the Caped Crusader. However, the film is most remembered for the late Heath Ledger's mesmerizing performance as the anarchist Joker. Number 2. The Godfather, 1972, 9.2 IMDb. The Godfather, Part 2 is one of the most acclaimed films of all time, and still it's not the highest-ranked film in that trilogy. That honor goes to the original. There's a lot of debate among film fans about which is the better movie, but it's safe to say they are both massive achievements in cinema. This is the story of the Corleone family, an Italian-American mafia family who struggle with maintaining power after their patriarch is nearly assassinated. The film is violent, funny, intense, emotional and so much more. There are countless quotable lines and unforgettable sequences. It's no wonder it is a movie all critics and fans agree is great. Number 1. The Shawshank Redemption, 1994, 9.3 IMDb. It's no surprise that the highest-ranked film of all time is also one of the most crowd-pleasing films of all time. It can be easy to assume that a story set inside a maximum security prison would not have many pleasing moments, but The Shawshank Redemption manages to be a surprisingly uplifting tale. Based on a Stephen King story, the film is told over several years at the titular prison and centers on a friendship between two inmates. The relationship between the two men is one of the most heartwarming friendships ever shown on screen, and it helps give the film those beautiful moments which lead up to one of the greatest endings in film history. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe our channel, Big Facts, and ring the bell icon to notified about our latest videos.